Hey guys, it's Spyro4 here, and this is a $65 budget magnetic keyboard that has a swappable knob. How cool is that? Also a metallic backplate, and this is the first HE keyboard from MechLands. Meet the MechLands M75. And this is it. In my opinion, this color, you either love it or hate it. And as my first impressions, I actually like the design of this keyboard. They're going for like a green splashes theme here, and you will like this if you're a Gecko main. At the back here, we get rubber feet, of course, adjustable heights, and an aluminum plate here, but it's just gonna add some weight in my opinion. At the front, we have a Windows and Mac mode, and a button to turn off the RGB. At the top here, we got LED for Win, SCR, and caps, and on the right, we got a pretty satisfying knob. And if you're not a big fan of knobs, you can just completely take it off and replace it by the insert key. This is obviously a 75% layout, which is my favorite, and even though this is a Hall effect keyboard, it feels like more of a typing keyboard in my opinion. I really do appreciate the arrow keys, delete, page up and down here, and all the function keys laid at the top. The switches used on the MechLands M75 are obviously magnetic switches, and these have a closed bottom, as you can see, a very minimal wobble. I actually like these, and the keyboard is also compatible with other switches like the Jade Pros and a lot of others, as you can see on the list here. But just a nitpick here, these have a little bit of a heavy actuation force compared to other switches. It's not bad by any means, but it's worth noting. The keycaps used here are double shot PBT, but these ones are not shine through. Checking out these stabilizers here, these are pre-lubed, I forgot to mention, as well as the switches. I can see this part of silicone here and an aluminum plate at the bottom. When I first saw the layers packed inside this keyboard, I thought it's gonna sound really good, but there's actually room to improve the sound on this keyboard. The typing experience feels really good, don't get me wrong, so let me leave you with a sound test. And I forgot to mention something about these keycaps. They're kind of grippy. They don't slide around like other keyboards do. And that's really useful when I'm playing Valorant. I find them to be very stable. And there's also no wobble on the key, maybe a little bit on the top. But when I bottom it down, there's really no wobble at all. So moving on, talking about the performance of this keyboard, I will leave the software link at the description below. Unfortunately, there's no web-based software for the MechLands M75, and after installing their software on my PC, it's actually on the confusing side. It took me a while to get used to it, but let's look at the bright side here. They have every important rapid trigger keyboard setting here: SOCD, DKS, Rapid Snappy, all that stuff. The M75 of course supports 8K polling rates and a scan rate of 32K, which is enough, but a lot of other keyboards have reached 200K already, but they still claim a latency of only 0.12 milliseconds. And the rapid trigger on these switches has a sensitivity of 0.01 millimeters. The actuation level, however, on this keyboard is only 0.1 millimeters, as you can see here. And then enable full trigger mode. Here's the rapid trigger setting at the bottom. This is why the layout kind of confused me, like it shouldn't be at the bottom, but okay. I do 0.60 here and then continuous rapid trigger on the lowest. They have some other cool options like EPOMAKER and other brands, like anti-misoperation here. I don't really use these since they add a little bit of delay, I think. And going back to the key setting here, if you want to switch the knob with the insert key, I don't think anyone will do that, but yeah. And on the advanced settings here, you have a lot of options like Rapid Snappy. This is SOCD, I think. Choose A and D for Valorant. But yeah, cool stuff. Going to the lighting here, let's switch the brightness to green only to match the color of the keyboard. I'm also matching it with the mouse. So I did face an issue where the software kind of resets everything. I don't know if it's my mistake. I probably have to log in and save my profiles in case I lose them. Going back and talking about the performance of this keyboard, I had no issues whatsoever in game. I'll leave some Valorant clips in a second. Yeah, the gaming feeling is fine, although the switch is a little bit on the heavy side, but they're very steady and stable, no wobble. This is the best part about gaming with it. I had no issues with the sensitivity of the rapid trigger and the actuation point. Very precise keyboard with low latency.
Enemy spotted mid.
One enemy remaining.
Red portal closed.
Spike down mid.
Decoy. Time to jump. Over here. Surprise. Decoy. Sphere.
One enemy remaining.
The hunt begins.
You fought well.
You had your fun. My turn.
So So yeah, as a conclusion, should you buy this keyboard for $65? I would probably say yes, because the big selling point here is the aesthetics and so many functionalities that this keyboard offers. I'm a big fan of these LEDs here, big fan of the swappable knob, and also a fan of the 75% layout. And overall, the arts and the splash vibe of this keyboard is really appealing to me. Maybe the color should have been different. Aluminum plate at the bottom, pretty cool. So what they could improve here, maybe this button could have been more functional. All it does is just turn off the RGB. The typing sound is fine, don't get me wrong, but it's not satisfying and it's not creamy or thocky by any chance. It could also be improved, but since this is a mainly Hall effect gaming keyboard, it shouldn't be a big deal for a lot of people. Last thing they could improve on is the software. Please, the software is the biggest downside of this keyboard. If they had a cool web-based software, I would actually drive this as my main keyboard. But yeah, for 65 bucks, I think you should give it a shot. It's not bad at all. This video is not sponsored, however, the M75 was sent out to me by MechLands. Big shout out to them. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Buying from the affiliate link supports me a lot. Also, liking the video does. And subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll catch you guys in the next one.